When we are manually entering transactions in QuickBooks, there are 3 transaction types that exist in the other section. So on the new plus sign at the top here in the left hand side, the 4th column along, we've got other, and we've got a bank deposit, transfer and journal entry. So 3 transaction types there that are not fitting in with our customers and suppliers. So when we will use these particular transaction types. So bank deposit gives us a screen that lets us deposit into the bank account. So it asks us which account we're depositing into, asks us the date of the deposit, and down below here we'll say who we received the money from and what account are we posting it to. So this is a transaction type that we would use if we're banking into our bank account, but it's not against a customer invoice. So if we invoice the customer, we would receive payment under the receive payment screen. So this is more likely where we have got some money, perhaps funds being put in by the owner of the business, perhaps the director of the business has put some funds into the business, and in that case we would enter a bank deposit, and in the account section here it may well be a director's account that we enter in here, or capital introduced as another possibility in terms of an entry for a sole trader or partnership. There may also be an option in here for us to use this screen to enter perhaps bank interest. So we might go in here and select the interest income account to say that into the current account on a certain date we've got interest income to book in, and the interest income might be just a small nominal figure that goes into the bank account. So bank deposits can be used for interest, money put in by directors, by owners of the business, but it's not really to be used where we've invoiced, because we don't want to deposit against an invoice. We would receive payment against an invoice. So that's bank deposits. If we look at the second transaction type here, we've got a transfer. So the transfer screen enables us to transfer between bank accounts. So in here we can pick a bank account from the list and say, yeah, we are transferring here from this particular account, and we may well have a second account that we're transferring to in here. So if we've got multiple accounts transferring perhaps between the current and savings accounts, we can do that through here. We could also transfer between the cash account and current account. So a straightforward transfer through the transfer screen in there, and that transfer screen is through the other drop down box here under the plus new sign. The final one of the 3 entries that are in the other section is the journal entry, and the journal entry is not a standard entry screen in QuickBooks. This is an entry screen where QuickBooks is saying you pick the account and you tell me in a double entry terms of QuickBooks of accounting whether it's a debit or credit. So this really tends to be more the world of the accountant who's doing the final accounts, perhaps doing adjustments to the year end, putting his depreciation in, putting corrections into the accounts at the year end would be journaling. You might use it during the year potentially to do some work. If you've got a payroll and you're not running QuickBooks payroll, you might be journaling the payroll in through these kind of entries. But journals will tend to be the more sophisticated end, the accountant's more technical end of QuickBooks, certainly not in an introduction course of QuickBooks, but we will certainly look at journals in later courses that we run here. So journals you're not really likely to do as an immediate starter within QuickBooks, but certainly you would be doing bank deposits, transfers. Those are screens that you may well be using during your starting processes within QuickBooks Online.